Hello, everyone. Hello, people from Brazil. Good evening. Hello, people from Canada. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Firstly, thanks so much to follow me, to follow Thiago Nunes, our guest in this live, and the Ethos Mindset Group. I appreciate it. Thank you so much to follow us, right? Today, we're going to talk about very good subjects like how to improve moral culture in companies, organizations, and purpose. So thank you so much. This live will be in English. Sometimes some insightfuls go to Portuguese, but the prime language will be in English. Okay? Let me check the people who enter. Just a moment. Just waiting some seconds to start this live. For sure will be insightful, for sure will be helpful to us to living, to improve our professional and our personal life, right? In this pandemic time. So it's good to share to you, right? Let me check if Thiago is available. Okay. So the people from LinkedIn, let me check YouTube system. Just a moment, people. 2 minutes, we start. Okay. Okay. So let's start this live. Firstly, I want to talk to you, to introduce myself, okay? For you, for everybody in Canada and in Brazil. So my name is Frederico, but everybody calls me Fred here, right? I am Brazilian. I live in São José dos Campos, near to São Paulo city. São Paulo is the most important economic city in Brazil. I'm married, and I have a little daughter. She has only 2 years and a half. So imagine this pandemic time, this pandemic period. You work, and in parallel, you need to take care of her. It's complicated, so complicated, but we are living, right? About my professional life, I am a mechanical engineer with MBA in project management, problem management, and I have more than 50 years experience in commercial technical B2B area for automotive and industrial segments, right? And I worked in some global companies, like French companies, like American companies. And I worked there as a sales engineer, account manager, and sales supervisor too. And part of my time, I'm a head of strategy in Ethos Mindset Group. Ethos Mindset Group is a no-profit organization, and we'll talk about it, what Ethos Mindset work. Thiago Nunes will explain this during this live, and for sure you understand our proposal, right? Let me check if Thiago is available. I'll call him. Okay. Hello, Thiago.
Everyone.
How are
Good
you doing, my
after.
friend?
Good morning. I believe in Brazil here 2 p.m.
Good evening, Brazil. Sorry.
Good evening. Yes, you guys are ahead. You're right, 5 hours ahead. So you're 7 p.m. Is that right?
Yes, 7-5 now.
Perfect. Here, 2 p.m. Fred, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for everyone that supports Ethos Mindset Group in LinkedIn, in our profiles as well. So, yeah, I hope everyone will have some fun today. I'll do
Yeah.
a brief introduction of myself, as Fred has mentioned,
Well, please.
because it's the first live in English, and a lot of us that checked if all their lives were in Portuguese, so they don't understand. So my
Yeah.
name is Tiago Nunes. I was born in Brazil, immigrated to Canada about 5 years ago. I have a huge experience in lubrication processes and the steel manufacturing side of things. So I understand how the metallic structure of a tire is made, like bead wire. Everybody thinks that a tire has only rubber, but no, there's metal in there. And I'm very blessed to work for a wonderful company here in the British Columbia called Wagon Master, who we are the exclusive distributor of BG products, where it sits here, right where I'm sitting. And this company is just outstanding by its values, its vision. And today I just took the 45 minutes of this live. I skipped lunch so I could be present here with this social project that is wonderful. And I'm sure more live events will come. I'm just opening up this event, and this is going to be an open platform where other experts will join us and we'll build this community together.
So thank you to introduce yourself, Thiago. I think when before we start this live, I can mention how I met you in my life, right? So let me introduce to you, like to explain how. In the beginning of this pandemic time, when it started the lockdown here in Brazil, I talked with my wife. My wife, her name is Ivina, different name, Ivina. I
Yeah,
talked to him, Ivina. After end this pandemic time, I wanna be a better woman, a better professional, right? And because of that, I started to look some subjects about know myself, about emotion intelligence, about mindfulness.
right,
Mindfulness helped me a lot in this period because today I'm working as a head of strategy at Mindset, and together I'm looking for a new job, right?
right,
But and understanding how to create positive things in our mind, right? Because you know, when you have positive things, when you work a lot, and when you have gratitude, for sure, great things happen, right? And because of that,
correct.
study more about these subjects. I create some posts about mindfulness, about positive things. And one post that I created in March, I don't know, March or in April last year, you like it and you commented there. I said, oh, very nice. And I saw your LinkedIn profile. Oh, very nice professional. And after that, we commented a lot, we talked a lot. And now I can say that I win a friend, a Brazilian friend living in Canada, very nice.
Yeah, it's very interesting that you shared how we met. In this pandemic, I was really having some time at home, especially in the first wave of COVID-19. We've been told to stay at home and work from home. And sometimes in the evenings or early mornings, I'm a morning person, so I wake up around 5 a.m. every day, sometimes even earlier. And in my daily reading, my daily meditations, I was thinking, well, how come I am so peaceful? How come I have this inner peace? And that came to my mind that I knew really well my purpose statement, my why, and I have drafted down my value belief system, my core values. After 10 years of studying this topic, I have an MBA in human resources that was completed in Brazil, and then applying continuous transformation projects where I go and people tend to say that I'm a happy individual, that I'm a thermostat, that I genuinely try to help others. So I just put a lot of effort trying to put a social project using weekends, using late nights, using perhaps the lunchtime that we all have to try to pay it forward. I believe that organizations are now measured against three main KPIs, which are profit, the people, and the planet. So
Mm-hmm.
Ethos Mindset Group is that strive to give back to the community, that strive to give back to Brazilians, Canadians, and anybody that listens to this message. We're not
Anybody in
selling
the world.
anything. Anybody in the world, just paying it forward with a little bit of our time. I believe Fred, you can agree or disagree with me. I'm okay with both. How is for you when you think about donating a little bit of your time in a month or in a week to contribute to others? How do you feel about that?
I feel positive things because it's helped me a lot in this period, this pandemic time, Thiago. Because when I work in Ethos Mindset, I work with a purpose, with a values. So we can share values for people. We can share values for the community, and it's make me happy, make me positive. Because of that, I want to say thank you uh, to starting this community in this project with you, right?
Oh, no, it's my pleasure to
Mhm.
have a wonderful individual like you in the project and more to join. I'm just somebody that had a vision, and we're going to be sharing a little bit about that
Yes,
vision. And
yes.
we will definitely grow this project together with more people being kind to each other. I
Mhm.
believe that if we can take away today just one thing, kindness is a very important core value for society.
Yes, thank you so much, Thiago. I think it's so good to share these positive things to the community, right? So let's to start here. Let you Can you explain to us, Thiago? Because one of the subjects, one of themes that today we're going to talk is about the moral culture. So we can see many problems with employees, with the collaborators in some companies that don't align with the values. The people don't align with the values of the company, and the company don't align the values of the people who work there. So could you explain to us why it's so important the moral culture align with the people, and how ethos can help this to improve this in the community?
Sounds good, Fred. It's a great question. What happens is a lot of us have a belief system that is being passed down to us by our university, by our school, by our religious beliefs, by the culture we are immersed, our countries, and that varies with time. But a lot of those belief systems get passed down to us, and we never spend time to try to pin down exactly what are our core beliefs, our core values. And it's a little bit sad that only 1% of the population in the world have gone through exercises such as developing their moral values to align with companies where they want to belong. Because once that is done, pretty much you can roll with your team in the same direction, and that alignment will just produce results that are exponential. So, a hint that I give to everyone, how can we help, is try to pinpoint, start with two words, three words that mean something to you. A lot of people think about family is the most important
Mhm.
core value for them. Others think about continuous improvement, being excellent in what they do. Others think about respect
Productive,
or
productive.
loyalty. So it doesn't start with writing an essay or writing sentences. Just whatever comes to your mind, just write that word. And it took me about 6 years to develop what I call the 7 core values. And every human being that listen to us, I believe they need to have exact that number, 7 core values. And in the book that we publish, we're going to talk down the road. We talk about the 7 core values that Ethos Mindset Group believes, but also helps others to develop their own set of values. And once you have that, you can start a job hunt or look for opportunities in the market that are more aligned with
Mhm.
how do you feel and operate.
Okay, so thank you so much for your explanation, Fred. Fred, no, Thiago. It's clear to us. It's clear to me. So let me share to you a publication that I posted yesterday about the moral culture. Why it's so important to improve this. Let me
Yeah,
share.
let's get to it.
Just a moment. You can see my screen.
Yep, I think everybody can see it.
Yeah.
This
So
this one is in Portuguese, the next one is in English.
yes,
But
yes. I opened your publication too, but let's start my publication that I prepared yesterday. So I
go
talk
ahead.
about the moral. What's the moral here? And the question is, what's the most important thing to improve the moral culture in your job, in work, right? And you have
Right.
some options here, and the winner is ethical, code ethicals, the values. So
Hmm.
59%. So you have engaged 449 votes. So thank
Wow,
you, everybody. Thank
that's
you.
impressive.
Yeah, impressive. Yes, and if you saw the views, about 18,000 people see this. So thank you so much. I think it's a good point to talk about, to share to the community, right, Thiago?
Right.
And so the first one, the winner is the ethical code, the
Hmm.
value, and the second, the self-responsibility, the auto-responsibility, and engage people. And the last one is about the vulnerability, right?
Yeah, Fred, let me touch on why do I think a lot of people answered the ethical code and values. I
Mm-hmm.
know that your audience is mainly in Brazil, and
Yes.
being a Brazilian, I know how hard it is for us to trust institutions, governmental or organizations. There's a big distrust in each other, and it's mainly we try to point fingers, right? But essentially we need to look inside and develop our set of core values and try to be drawn to social projects or organizations that share that belief. So I was not surprised that
Mm-hmm.
on your network
Region.
that would be the answer.
Yes. Let me share to you your post. Okay. Just a moment. So okay. So you said the same, right? I think it's the
Yep.
same. Yes. What's the most important factor in develop of moral culture in your workplace? And different in Brazil, the win is people engagement, the happiness. But
Yeah, so
yeah, sorry.
no, it's good. Go ahead,
Uh,
continue your train of thought.
yes, the people 36%, and second, but the difference is a little, right? Belief system, values, and team accountability. Yeah, and the last is the vulnerability too.
Yeah,
So
so I believe mine won happiness. My audience on LinkedIn is mainly Canada. I have about, I would say 60% of my audience being people in Vancouver and Ontario.
mhm,
The word happiness, it's been a lot of attention being given to that word since the publishing of the book The Harvard Way of Being Happy, which is one book that I read for my MBA. There's a lot of focus on this word happiness. find your purpose. So that's why I think people got geared to that. But you're right, the moral development was the second one. And to me, it's really, Fred, a balance, right? To talk
Mm-hmm.
about moral development, it's a pain. People don't like to be challenged on their belief system, and the counterbalance to that is happiness, which we need to work on. Okay, behaviors and attitudes that we can do to leave that powerful brain that we all have in a
Yeah.
state of a high level of adrenaline, serotonin, oxytocin,
Yes.
all those neurotransmitters that neuroscience proves that are good for us. We need to have that those behavior and attitudes, such as mindfulness, as you mentioned. So
Yeah.
no matter what you are doing, it can just benefit us as professionals. If you're in business development, like I am here for BG products in the Lower Mainland in Vancouver, if there's anybody from the automotive segment that are watching us now or later on, I admire you guys. You guys work so hard, and it's essentially it's just yes, we need to be on that positive state of flow to achieve the results that we want.
Work with happiness. Because of that, Thiago, I'm looking companies that align with my values,
Perfect.
companies with have purpose, right? Align with my purpose. We need to check this when we started with a new job, right? So thank you for your explanation. It makes sense. And Thiago, could you explain to us uh, how you created Ethos Mindset, why you created this? You have a vision about that. What's the key point to start to create the Ethos Mindset? You know,
Okay, so
let
I had a near death experience, and this might sound a little bit dramatic, but it was true. I was driving, going to Santos. It was a heavy rain, and my car
oh,
lost control. I
when
was
living
from
in Brazil,
some
when living in
in
Brazil,
Brazil,
you
and
live,
I was living in Brazil. Yeah,
yeah, we
I
live
was
in
living
São Campos,
São
right?
José dos Campos. Yeah, and but I was working in São Paulo and driving to Santos,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially, my car lost control in the highway. I did everything that I could to regain control, but the car would not respond. And to my right, I would fall into a very high uh, precipice, and
Mm-hmm.
perhaps I would die.
Oh my God.
And then to the left, I could park my car safely. And I tried to regain. I lowered gear, shift gear. I steer my wheel to one direction. Did everything that was possible to a point that I gave up control and I surrendered control. And at that point, for a miracle, I was saved. I was transported. I don't have memory of exactly what happened, but my car was parked. I saw a light coming to my direction that was coming from the sky, and my car just parked. And I had no memory until I was able to call rescue 1 hour after, and my car was removed. There was no damage to the car or myself, and I just continued my journey. So at that time, I had a vision that later would be started, that started now, that I wanted to create a nonprofit to be the pioneer, demonstrating the value of moral organizations, that we need to live by our belief systems and expand happiness in global workplaces. So if that would mean that I need to work on my evenings or in my weekends to provide mentorship for other people free of charge so that they can be change agents to their community, I would do that. So it took me a lot of time to put a framework together. In this COVID-19 scenario, I just had the right time to sit down and organize a framework. I believe I had a little help from God to
Yes.
organize this purpose that we are serving, and we're just generally trying to help people in a volunteer way.
Yes. When you think positive and when you share good things, great things come back, right? And for sure, at mindset will be a successful for me. For me, helped me a lot in this period, as I
Grateful.
said as I said in the beginning of this life. So thank you. Thank you to create this. For sure, it will be helpful for the companies, and we need to share this information to everyone, right? So you said to us the mission of the Ethos Mindset, and what is the values of Ethos Mindset. Let me put it here.
Oh, that's
Yes.
good. You have that there.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're professional.
I,
That looks
I, I,
nice.
I am the head of strategy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So you need to have the information here. So the value is about disruptive business development, customer centric, and factfulness.
Right.
What's disruptive? Why disruptive? The information, the thinking that organization think before the ads mindset.
Okay, so that's a good question. If I say, Marco, what do you think?
Marco, let me.
Oh, it's a joke in English, probably.
Ah,
It doesn't. So, you're throwing a ball, you say Marco, and the other people will say Polo. So it's like a linear
oh,
thinking. Marco Polo in Portuguese,
yeah.
Marco Polo.
Okay.
So
Oh, sorry.
when we say disruptive, Fred, is Marco doesn't mean Polo. Marco could mean a sheep. Marco could mean the sea. Marco could be a name of a person. So we are disruptive, meaning that we don't accept linearity as thing as is. It's always an ongoing, continuous development to the word to be. So we challenge the status quo, breaking that pattern in order to get to non-linear improvement. There's more information about this also in the book we're going to talk in the end.
Yes, yes.
But it's a good way to think. It's a core value that drives Ethos Mindset Group. We want people that can join our live events and be interviewed that think differently. And why do they think differently? And share those type of ideas with the community so we can help more people to get out of the comfort zone and the status quo.
Yes, makes sense because you are not robot. I am not a robot. So
No.
you think no linear. So because of that, you need to get the good information with everyone to create a good value, a good purpose to the company, to the community. Yeah, makes sense. And about the business development, I think the next steps, right?
Yep, perfect. So that one is really what we're doing here today, Fred. Thanks for inviting me to create this
Mhm,
first milestone for the YouTube channel. It's
mhm,
essentially it works human to human. So right now, as you said it rightly, we're not computers talking. We're just human. I'm here. I'm present, and
yes.
I'm sharing an idea with you. And once we have that approach, that although we're going to AI, computer programming, Elon Musk want to take us to Mars, there's a
Mhm.
lot to develop inside here. And how can we use that machine and share ideas with each other and grow together? That's the concept of business development one to one.
Perfect, perfect. And customer centric, because when you have a disruptive value, business development, now you can see what's your customer, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
our goal is to serve our customers. It's of course there's limited time. Again, this is a volunteer project, so we choose very careful who we are mentoring, who gets onboarded, and as we mentor more people, the project will grow. And always specialists are invited to come to this platform, having to reach out to Fred so he can evaluate if it's part of what we talk, and it can be scheduled in the future events. So yes, we want to add value to the early adapters, those that want to be pioneers, those that want to talk about disruption and the other values. So it needs to be, we're here to serve those that align with the missions. Those that don't, well, there's plenty other content out there.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Very good, very good. And factfulness, you said.
Well, factfulness, it's a lot of our coming to our communication style, Fred. We use ethos, logos, and pathos. So I'm just going to touch on logos. Logos means logic in a nutshell. There's a video in the YouTube where I explain a little bit more about what is logos, but everything that we say, it needs to be based on a strong premise, and it needs to be fact checked. And we like to have the attention to detail. You're an engineer. I worked in production a lot of years of my life. So we want to provide insights or content that are really relevant and they're proven using logic, but without just passing an idea on. We want more than that. We want people to think, digest that, use their critical reasoning, asking why, and come to their own conclusion.
Yes, perfect. You need to have what's the problem, why, and how to resolve this problem, right? So
Fantastic.
yes, perfect. Yeah. You said, thank you so much to explain to us the values of the Ethos mindset. I think it's clear to everyone. It's clear to me. But as you said, you can see people. You can see some videos, some medias that we develop or that we prepared to you in our platform, YouTube platform, as Thiago said, right? You said, Thiago, that you launched 2 weeks ago a book, right?
Right.
Let me show to everybody here the link of
Yeah.
your book, the link in Amazon. Let me share.
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about
Yeah,
the Ethos Mindset Group book as you load up. So it's called A Life Journey Worth Living by Grace.
yeah.
It's not a religious book. By grace, it's just an interpretation that we need to be graceful, that we need to be kind. So you can interpret grace as you wish. I am a Christian. I'm Catholic, so I understand grace by the grace of God. But grace is an open word, and so it's not a religious belief book. It's a first book from Ethos Mindset Group. I tried to make the digital copy as available as possible. I think in reais is 20 reais, and in Canadian dollars about $5. So it's like
$5.
yeah,
$5.
it's less than a Big Mac. The amount you spend on junk food, perhaps it's a easy read. It's a storytelling book. It's a book that goes in storytelling, and the main idea is just to provide, I believe, 10 years of knowledge to hands of people for a low price. And yeah, just so people help to develop their sense of purpose, their how, which is their values, and in attempt to ask the questions for themselves, what's my why, my own purpose, and develop that. And yeah, with that book and what we're doing now, and with other guests, we'll continue in this journey of serving our community.
Thank you so much, Thiago. I wanna this book, right? When you come back to Brazil, visit
Yeah.
us. I want to have one book, right?
Oh yeah, yes. Yours is already
With
saved.
your right.
I ordered 50 copies that I'm gonna grant to family, friends, people in automotive that show interest, that want to learn more about it. And yours is gonna come with a personal note. Yeah, I think I'll be in Brazil in November if God bless.
Yes, when this pandemic time is over, for sure you can back here, go to the beaches, you can take some açaí. Remember açaí?
Oh my God, Fred! It's been almost 5 years that I didn't come back. I was focused on my career and trying to get my feet back together here in Canada. As I immigrated, I had nothing but my values and my purpose, and I worked really hard to be where I am right now, and I'm very grateful for the organization that I work for and everybody that's been present in my journey.
Okay, thank you. Oh, let me check the chat. Dalmo
Yeah.
Marins, thank you so much to see us here in YouTube channel. Thank you, Dalmo. So he has a question for us, Thiago.
Mhm.
Do you have a technique to inspire or stimulate people to use more critical thinking?
Okay, that's a very good question from Dalmo there. One thing that we use is lots of the logos style of communication. So, what we do is we ask somebody wants to put a statement. Let's say it's a business development statement. So you want to increase sales by a specific market. Let's say in this case, São Paulo state, or in Canada, British Columbia, by 10%. But that's just a number, right? And 10%, it's just the old accounting way to increase. So then you ask people, why do you want to increase that? What does that mean to your sector, right? So then you have the mission and vision of the company, but you can create a mission for your department. So you need to ask your team what motivates them, and having that one-on-one where you have feedback with your team. If you're a team leader, they are going to ask you what is their motivators, and just to do that. Some people get motivated if you go watch their baseball game. Others are into, like me, martial arts. They want to watch martial arts together. So others want you to pay the team a very good lunch if they reach something. Sometimes it's not financial that motivates an individual. So you need to find out by your team what are the main drivers, and you only get there again asking why to your team.
Thank you so much for this explanation. Make a good sense for us. Yeah, yeah. You need to work together with the people, with to understand what are they thinking, and after that you can disrupt to right.
I have my father on the live
Really?
there. Santiago Silva, very good live. Congratulations. So
Oh,
that's good.
very nice to see Santiago. Thank
Yeah,
you, Santiago, to follow us in this live, right? This
uh,
first live in English.
he's responsible for my logic brain, I guess.
Yeah, you said to me he's an engineer, right?
Yeah, he's retired now, but he had a very good career as an engineer, and I learned a lot with
Yeah.
that mentality and discipline. Yep.
Thanks so much, Santiago. Okay, Thiago, I think it's good. It's a first live that we can talk in English. For sure, we have plans to improve these lives to schedule another lives with some good people around the world in Canada, in Brazil. I'm going to send in my LinkedIn, in Ethos LinkedIn channel, the schedule about what's the next lives and what's the guests. I think it's good to everyone that you see us to 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 share to people the positive things, to share to everyone the things that make happy, the things that make a good professional, and for sure a good human, right?
Right. Thank you, Fred, for your courage. That's one of core value, very important to many of us that believe in the Lean philosophy. You're courageous today. You broke off your comfort zone. You're
Yes,
having the first live in English, and I wish you success interviewing other people in the pipeline. I'll
yeah.
be always here cheering for this project to be fruitful, and we can help many others.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekend, everyone that you see. This video will be available in our YouTube channel. Okay, you can visit us. This is our channel: YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. See you guys next
Bye
time.
bye.